Play one game. Good day, my friend. How are you? Give me 1 second. Just getting started here. You're hacking. Nice, man. Good to hear. Good to hear. Beautiful. Okay, that's great. All right, let's see. Let me just do a few things here before we get started. Nice. Super. Alrighty. My mouse is back and working again. Beautiful. Let's go over here. Let's go into this chat fusion. So we're still going to be playing. Music is loud, okay? Should be fine now. Jace, oh my God, good day, Jace. Good day, everybody. Okay, so we're gonna wait a couple of minutes. And then we're gonna continue what we've been doing yesterday. Let me just make sure I have it open. So we're gonna be doing this chat fusion a bit. We actually had a 1 PR by Van den Nobel, so that was pretty nice. So we had 1 PR, one kind of. So for those of you who weren't here yesterday, this is what I built. I built a chat aggregator from Twitch for any really platform into one chat, and we actually had 1 pull request by Van den Nobel, which is super nice. My day was great. Been outside with my kid and my wife, and we're gonna go outside again, which is why I'm streaming a bit earlier today so I can hang out with them. Leo, my friend, good day. Yeah, so we had our PR. DN Bull, hi there, DN Bull. So let's actually review this a bit. I might just as well actually merge this and then apply the changes myself. So it's a very good PR. A lot of stuff he's done. So that's very good. I like this a lot. But I have some comments. But I might actually. Oh shit, COVID, man. That's. So yeah, I think we're gonna actually merge this just so we don't. Just so we can actually. Yeah, just so we accept the PR, right? And then I'm gonna apply some changes, right? So let's actually get this in. Let's merge this pull request, right? And then that's where we're gonna start today, right? That's where we're starting today. Give me 2 seconds here, and yeah, I think it's gonna be great. Give me 1 second. Two. Yeah, COVID is messed up for sure, for sure. Let's try to pull this. We just merged it. Beautiful. Okay, so let's do a few things. So first and foremost, let's build this extension now, and let's permission denied CPX. What is CPX? Let's go back here. CPX. Wow, okay, that's a bit awkward. Permission denied. Yes, I need to run this like by running sudo, but let's see actually what is this doing. What is CPX? I see, okay. Stack pans, good day, my friend. Okay, let's see. So well, we first have to build this, but so copy static. So why did he add this? CPX source UI, and then everything from the UI to. Give me 1 second. Okay, so there's the UI for the pop-up. I see. Yeah, sure. I see. So let's review this a bit, and then let's get it somewhere. Copy static. Yes. I'm Codebreaker. Thank you very much, buddy. What a great start of the stream. Thank you for the prime, man. I appreciate it very much, man. Thank you. CPX, okay, copy this to the dist folder, right? And that's fair enough. It's just why are we getting the permission thing? I mean, I guess if you run this actually sudo or admin, right? It doesn't really matter, but let's actually kill this. Let's kill our terminal and let's open it up again. And let's go to Fusion, right? Chat Fusion, that's how I called it. Yeah, I don't want to run it sudo, right? Just because why would I have to do that? Thank you, man, again. Right back at you. Actually, let's use the robot, right? I mean, I know what robot is probably going to tell me, but I don't want to run this as sudo. There's no need, right? So let's see why is this happening? And let's actually, because I also need, that's why I have opened this chat now and also the Twitch chat separately. So I need to run this thing that we've built, right? Yeah, but I don't want to run it as sudo, man. No, that's also not the case. But actually, wait a minute. Yeah, all right, good. Okay, so I think thank you very much, Leo. I love you, man. So I think what Van Nobel did, what he didn't account for is that, so you can see that this CPX thing that he wrote actually doesn't work on Linux, I think, properly. Let's see, CPX source UI, and then everything from there to the dist, right? But that doesn't seem to be the case, right? So build. So let's first do pm build, right? Try that. Yeah, that's also failing, right? So wait, so build and then copy static, yeah. Let me try one thing. Okay, where is the dist? Well, okay, it's here. So let me remove this. Thank you everybody for the follows and stuff. So actually, so we do actually created this folder, but we actually failed to copy this UI stuff there, right? Okay, let's see what is he trying to do. Let's actually, didn't I just merge his pull request, right? Yeah, sure. That's great changes, right? That's really good. It's just, let's actually go back here, right? This should copy the folder, but let's actually see. It seems that, yeah, so now I think we've copied the copy source UI to the dist folder, right? But did that actually happen? No, it didn't. Let's ask the robot. Well, this is running inside of Linux, right? Yes, this is indeed running inside of Linux, right? Let's see what the robot says. Let's see what the actual error is. So I think he's missing the extensions, most likely, right? So that's okay, right? I think that he, when he did this in the PR, I think he missed some of the stuff, right? So let's say src. You can see here src, right? So we're gonna do something like this, right? Oops. Even though we don't need the double asterisks, right? And then what do we have? PNG, SVG, HTML. Let's try like this, right? Be more specific. Carex, good day, friend. How are you? And I suppose this is what he wanted. If we go to the manifest file over here, right? Let's see, what do we actually expect? We expect this index to be there for the content script. That's what I did. And then he expects pop-up HTML there. So I'm good. I've been with my wife and kid outside. It's been a storm here in Copenhagen yesterday. And then we came back, been hanging out with them a bit, and now I decided to stream a little bit earlier so I can be with them later again. So but very good. Thank you very much. Very good. Okay, so this is good. So now we're actually managed to build this, and that's beautiful. So let's now try to reinstall and see what Noble did with this extension, right? So we're gonna go here as always, manage. We're gonna go back. Let's actually just remove it completely. So let's do this. Let's remove it. And then let's load it unpacked again, right? So we're gonna do this, Chat Fusion select. I've seen that he's added the pop-up HTML as well. So if we actually go to the extension, if we pin it over here, where is the Chat Fusion, right? We should see some window, right? And then I guess, I don't know what he actually, and then when you click it, it should, I guess, go to, I see. So we need, okay. So let's now go ahead and run the stuff. How did I do it yesterday? I forgot completely. Let me check the README that I wrote. I see, okay. So let's run the client side first. So let's say cd chat, right, and pm dev. And then let's go, again, let's go to, let's say, node server, no, pm dev server, right? Is that the script that I made yesterday? No. What is it? Build server dev. Okay, that's a bit strange name, but pm, yeah. So this should run our API, hopefully. All right, cool. And then he's added a pop-up HTML, right? So if we go here and click this, it should open our local server. Now, if I go and pop out this chat, as I wrote before, right? That's the requirement. So we're gonna pop out this chat, and we're gonna smack this bad boy in here, right? So we're gonna do the same for YouTube, right? Bart Rogers on YouTube. Good day, buddy. I'm sorry, I just read the YouTube chat. Then we're gonna do the same here. We're gonna open up this chat, right? And then hopefully now at this point, we should be able to read your chat, right? Beautiful. "12 months, Matty. What skills and experience years do you need to build this platform?" What skills and experience years do you need to build this platform? Someone is asking. Matty, my friend, thank you very much. I don't think that building anything necessarily directly correlates to years and experience. I think building anything really correlates to your continuity, consistency, and character, right? So, because no matter if you have 20 years of experience or 1 year of experience, you have to start somewhere, right? So experience is also something you gain along the way. So you don't wait for 10 years to build something, right? So no matter what your level is, you set your own goals, and then, I might achieve that in 3 months, you might achieve it in a year, but that's the difference, right? So that's why you should set that's why you should set unrealistic goals for yourself sometimes, and if you reach 50% of that, that's already great, right? So building something like a programmer network, right, which is a pretty large project from many perspectives, isn't really about skills to say. It's about time and continuity and consistency that you need, right? So yeah, that's really all that there is. Beautiful. Okay, so this is really amazing what he did. And just FYI, yesterday, and I built this chat fusion thing. So if you guys want to contribute, be my guest. If you want to give it a star, if you can give it a star, and if you want to contribute, that's great. Okay, let me see. If you're enjoying the stream, please let me just see if it actually auto updates, because I wanna see what he did. Cause chat reload on Twitch, and we'll style this better and stuff. But let's see if you're enjoying the stream, because I don't actually see it. I don't see the last messages here. So let's see. So if I refresh, yeah, still nothing, right? If I go here and refresh, right, and then so we'll need to fix this. Do you need the degrees and official education to get into software dev jobs, or with self-earning? You don't need education, right? I mean, what is education, right? You know, there's this famous quote from this Indian philosopher that I read a couple of years ago. It says, actually, I think I have it on my personal blog. Let me show you that, right? There is no end to education. It's not that you read a book, pass an examination, and finish with education. The whole life, from the moment you're born to the moment you die, is a process of learning, right? So this is a meaningful thing that this guy said, and it's very true, right? So education is an ongoing thing, right? And we educate each other, right? Every day, right? So this is the response to that, right? Do some companies require that? Sure, right? But most don't, right? All right, cool. Okay, so let's, I have 7 years of experience in IT industry. I want to change my current technology. Which technology skills should I learn for my career? It's a good question. It's a good question, Project GTD. I don't know what exactly you're doing, because when you say I have 7 experience in IT industry, you know, what does that mean? Have you been fixing computers? Have you been a network engineer? Have you been a backend engineer, right? So I don't exactly know. This is too general. That's like saying I've been in the medical field. Well, have you been a nurse, a doctor, a surgeon, you know, whatever. So you need to give me more specific question, then I can give you a better answer, right? I'm 15 and I don't know. You're 15 years old. Oh my God. Your path is to enjoy life, make friends, date, find partners to date, enjoy yourself. That's your current path. Life is long. You're gonna have time to. Right now, you should be enjoying yourself, man. You know, don't forget to have fun, right? I'm 34, right? So I'm a lot older than you, right? So I have different responsibilities. I have a kid and a wife, right? You have no responsibilities except going to school and enjoying yourself. So don't forget to do that, right? You're very, very young. Give me just 1 second here. All right. You are very, very young, and that's amazing. And yeah, exactly, Stack Pants, exactly. Just don't forget to enjoy life, no matter your age. It's important that we remember to not forget that we live, we live to actually live, not to work or something like that, right? Work should be a side effect of life. Okay, so let's improve some things that I dislike the way that he did it. So I can see what Noble doesn't do. He doesn't like early returns, and you should always be doing early returns. It makes the code easier to read. Why are messages needed for this effect? What is scroll to bottom doing? All right, so let's keep on going with some things that I disliked a bit. Not disliked, it's just, okay. So he introduced this thing, I guess we can keep this. Let's ask ChatGPT to just make it slightly more functional. Make this more functional. I'm not a fan of imperative code. Whatever you do, listen to yourself. Try, if you have that ability in life, try to live the life the way that you think. Don't allow others to think too much for you, because at the end of the day, you're not a baby, right? So don't try to balance the amount of influence you allow others to have on you. And that's it. So each one of us, few here in this chat, would give you a different answer to what you should do in life. But at the end of the day, that's your life, right? So take every advice, but take it with a grain of salt, as they say, and then do whatever is best for you, right? That's very important, right? Let's actually, let's go back here. Call that function UID4 and ensure that it actually generates 1. Make it then at least look like, because I don't want to install any, like we could technically install, actually, yeah, but no. Nah, actually no, you know what, let's just do it, right? So let's just come here and let's say, let's open up another fella, right? Let's go to Chat Fusion, let's say pmpmi UID4, right? And that's great, right? And then we're gonna kind of get rid of this bad boy here, right? And then we can scroll a bit down. So we're just gonna do minor changes here. So we're gonna say UID4, right? Or whatever it is. Let's actually go back here. No, this is not the package I wanted. UID. This is not the package I wanted. I think it's called UID then, right? Yeah. 100 million downloads. This is what I want. Yeah. Yeah, exactly. So let's go back here. Let's remove the other one. Let's install, right? And then we can do pretty much this. I hope so, at least, because I think we are actually building this. It is a TypeScript file, so I see no reason why we couldn't do this, right? Ah, shit, this is the wrong place. This is where we actually want it, right? I guess we need to also install the type. So pnpmi types UID, right? Oops. /d, right? Types UID, right? Yeah, beautiful. Okay. Yeah, now we actually have it. And then I guess over here we can use the UID version 4, and then that should generate the session ID, right? That's great. Okay. Let me just see if there's any chat. I need to kind of put this extension we're building. I've been working 1 year. I've been working 1 year for free, but company I work for treats me still shit and not willing to pay me salaries. I apparently am still too junior. Back in developer. If you're still there, and I'm sorry for the late response, we all have some worth, right? So I'm gonna be a very capitalistic. I'm gonna give you a very ugly and a very capitalistic response, because this stream is realistic. I'm not some bullshit influencer or some crap. So I'm gonna give you something that you can find valuable. So if you think that you're worth more, if you think that, okay, first them treating you like shit, that's obviously, if you feel that, who am I to disagree with that? So that's one thing. But then the other thing is, really, I don't think that anyone should ever work for free, right? But if you're willing to work for free, that only shows two things. You're either not really good and you're not worth the money, so you're not providing any value, or you are stuck there and you need somebody to tell you find another job, right? But in simple words, if you think you're worth more, if you think that someone will pay for your skills, then find that place and get a new job, right? That's really all that there is to it, right? I don't think that anyone can force you to do anything, right? I don't think that anyone can really force you to do anything. So keep in mind that we all make our own decisions, right? You're not, unless they chained you literally, chained you to the table and they don't allow you, if they prisoned you, right? So that's how it is. So there's no really discussion for that. If you think you're worth more, find a better job, and that's it, right? That's how it is. There's no point in, we live in a world which is like that, and there's no point asking why is it like that? Is it good or not? It's how it is, man. That's how the world is, and I cannot change the world. If you can, that's great. Have you ever heard of tunnel dev? I have not, no. Yeah, this is like NG Rock or whatever. So it's just a tunnel, yeah. So it's something like this, right? And many other services, yeah. Pretty much the same. Okay. It doesn't matter what company, I don't care who you are. It's a very simple response. If you think you're worth more, get a better job. That's really all. There's no really space for that discussion because it's very simple. If any of you think that that someone is unjust to you and that you deserve more, find a better job and that's it. If you can't find a better job, then you're not worth more and that's it. I cannot tell you some some sort of fairy tales or whatever. If any of you think you're worth more, find a better job. Otherwise, get better until you can find one. It's very simple. No point in discussing that, right? Why do we have the return from this thing? Okay, this is how he did it. I see. I see. Yeah, I don't like this. Okay. Yeah, no need for this. No need for this, I think. Let's see why. Let's see if there's more questions. I'm sorry. I mean, look, guys, let me be again. I don't want to make something inherently simple complex, right? So this is how it works with work. If you ever think that you are worth more, this is a super simple philosophy, genuinely. I don't think that you should make it, I don't think you should, I think you have to disconnect yourself from any side effects of how things should be, what's ideal, what's not, what's fair, what's not. Like, life isn't fair, right? Unless you can do something about life, then there's no point talking. So it's very simple. If you think that you're worth more, then ask for more. If they don't give you more and you want more, find another employee who's going to give you more, right? If you're not worth more, so you thought you are, your self-perception was wrong, then get to the point where you're better, then ask, and then find another job. So it's really, there's no strict rules. This is not like some sort of a deep philosophy, right? This is super simple. If you think you're worth more, you will find something better. If you're not worth more, you will not. So it's a binary type of thing. Now, is life just? Should you get more? Do you deserve it? That's not, unfortunately, how life works for everybody, right? So it's pointless to seek for that, right? It's pointless to seek this ideal world because you're not going to find it. So you have to fight for yourself, and you shouldn't give a damn about the company, and they, right? And that's how it is. So don't overcomplicate it, right? It's a very simple thing, right? There's really no need to there's no need to think more than it already is, right? If you think you're worth more, find a better job. If you're not, get better, then find another job. That's really all that there is. No point really discussing that because it's very simple, right? So he didn't touch this. This is my code for the most part. Okay, good. I mean, we can also use the UID 4 here as well, right? So we can get rid of that. We can say UID version 4. That's also great, right? Friendly Nerd, thank you very much, buddy. So I don't like this part though. I think he's mixing here concerns, right? So this is kind of what I dislike. Chat element. Don't we have a reference to this already somewhere? Yeah. No, it's in fact very complicated. And if you sign up with my course for $85.99, I'll teach you the secrets that the other old cats aren't telling you. Exactly, yeah. I mean, look, I get that we as a human species, we're seeking for that just, right? We're seeking for the justice. We're seeking for fairness, right? And in many circumstances, you will find it. So it's not that all companies or all employees, I think in my career, most of the companies where I worked, they were very fair. My current company is very fair, and we operate on a fair grounds, right? But if they weren't fair, I wouldn't be complaining about it. I would realize that I'm worth more, or if I would actually realize that, and then I would find something different, right? So my whole point is there's no point in seeking for something that you will not find at the place where you are, right? If you already work in a place like this guy where he's working for free, that's a massive red flag already, right? Because nobody should be theoretically working for free. No matter how bad or good you are, you're always worth something. If you're working for free, then there's nothing you should be really seeking from that employer, right? Because it's silly, right? Because okay, so let's do this a bit better, right? So let's say here const get chat container, right? Yeah, because I don't like that he mixed the concerns here, so that's what we... And then should we actually, like in the old times of jQuery, should we prefix the selector with a $sign? I think it's a great exercise for everybody, right? If you think you're worth more, it's very common for all of us personally to think that we're worth sometimes. Some people actually undermine themselves. They think they're worth less. But wouldn't you also take into consideration that you got better because you learned a lot in the company that you want to leave now because others give you more money? You're going to learn something in every aspect of your life. I mean, you're going to learn something in every company, right? So I'm not sure what do you mean, right? Again, nobody should be working for free. You should only be working for free if you're providing no value. But then if you're providing no value, are you working? That doesn't make any sense. So no matter how bad you are, If somebody gave you a job, that means even if you're making coffee, you're doing something. Even if you're cleaning the desks of other developers, that's still worth, I don't know, $5 an hour, right? So if somebody gave you something to do, that means you're probably doing something, unless you're just going to work and sitting whole day. So that's why I'm not saying that if you're a complete beginner, you should be paid some majestic salary, right? But if you go to work every day, you have to eat, you have to pay for food, you have to pay for traffic, and at the very least, you should be paid to cover that, right? So it's just a common it's something that each government should enforce. Here in Denmark, it's illegal to work for free, right? It's illegal to work for free. You cannot get a job and not get paid. That makes no sense, right? It makes absolute, because if you're going to work, that means you're doing something, no matter what it is. If it's the shittiest task, somebody told you you're gonna come to work today and make 10 coffees and you can go home, that's worth something. What's that worth? Internships are paid by government here. So nothing here, you cannot work for free. That makes no sense. I don't like this. Okay, so if we actually get rid of that, let's see. Give me, guys, I'm going to answer all of your questions in a minute. Let me say, no, actually, Van den Noble, you're amazing, man. I have what I'm changing now is slight things that I believe that every programmer should enforce, early returns and stuff, pure functions and stuff. But thank you very much for your PR, man. I highly appreciate it. I merged it already, so I didn't want to leave you comments. I'm just going to fix under quotes or change. But very good job, man. Give me, guys, 5 minutes. I need to just focus, please. And then we'll do whatever we want. Where is actually this crap? I see, okay. I see. Okay. Chat Fusion is the new library that I built yesterday on stream to aggregate all the chats from different streaming platforms. So you can see here now, I can read the YouTube and I can read all of the stuff. I zoomed in a lot, but I'm sorry that I'm not responding to YouTube yet. Sorry guys, I'm not reading the chat in general, as you can see. So I'm gonna actually respond to your questions if you have some patience. Thank you. I just need to I need to focus a bit here. Because I'm just I would like to think, say, improving some things. Thank you everybody for your follows, subs, and all of that stuff. So that's good, I think now. Let's see if this still works actually. Let's try to build the extension again. Okay, let's go to the browser. Let's reload it. Very nice thing with the pop-up. Thank you very much. Super nice. Let's just nuke it. Let's just remove it because we've done some stuff here, right? So let's get rid of this. Load unpacked. Give me 1 second. Let me just stretch my legs. Standing in place is. Give me 1 second. Cool. Okay. So that's great. Does this actually still work is the question now. After I've improved it under quotes. Let's see. Get a treadmill. Nah. Okay, so it doesn't seem that the badge is actually being triggered now. So I think we messed that up potentially, because shouldn't the badge be kind of like green now, right? Rebecca, good day, friend. Okay. Yeah, that's a bit awkward. I think we messed that up, didn't we? Or I messed it up. I always use we. It's kind of funny. Whenever I break something, it's like, oh, we messed it up, right? Right. But I think it's because of this, right? Exactly. Pretty much, exactly. Right, so I think we need to kind of try doing this again, right? So try this, if this, set it, otherwise clear the interval, and then keep trying again, right? Let's try that again. because it's the badge that's the problem. And then we clear the interval at the end, then we retry, right? Okay, let's try that building again. La, 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 la. Let's go to manage extension, right? Go back. Just for the, we can just reload it, but it sometimes it gets stale and buggy, right? So let's just install it, reinstall it again. Yeah, all right, cool. Yeah, not quite, right? I think that's supposed to be the badge. It's supposed to be green, right? I think so at the very least, right? Let's refresh that. Let's refresh that. And let's refresh this. Where was it? Yeah, over here, right? Okay. Let's see what I've changed relative to what Van den Nobel had. Yeah, bad code. Exactly, exactly. I mean, yeah, I think that's fine. I mean, I don't think that I've done anything else, right? So I think it's actually, I think we're fine. I think that my change actually is quite reasonable, right? So he just had this load chat thing, right, that I kind of removed, and I merged some of this logic here. So inside of the interval, we actually tried to get the basically the box, the chat box, right? Then we're gonna skip this initially, right? Then here we're asking if the chat element actually exists, right? Start observing, right? Yep. So I think that's reasonable. So I think that should be fine, right? Okay, let's keep on going and see what else did he do, right? So we have this. No changes here as far as I can see. Let's actually go to the pop-up and other stuff. So I think what he's built. No. You already, thank you so much for this PR, man. Like super nice. I hope that more people are incentivized to also contribute and stuff and have fun together. It's really about fun. That's really all that there is. Wow, that's actually super strange. It should be. Yeah, this is wrong. Why not? It is a number. In Node.js is a timeout. Node.js is a timeout type. In JavaScript, in TypeScript is actually numbers. So it is. This is correct. So the timeout is not what? That's a bit awkward, right? But we'll fix that. That's irrelevant. So I don't think did he do any? Did you do anything here? No, you didn't. Okay, great. So let's keep on going. So let's go into chat, right? The useful feature, right? Handle focus message. Yeah, exactly. That I wrote that. I think. Yeah, I wrote this as well. Map messages. Okay. Okay, this is new. Okay, Giorgio the Lodi. Message map index number. So this is kind of Giorgio, pretty much the mostly what I write. So try to always early return, right? So in your case, right, it's easier to read the code that's not wrapped into a bunch of stuff, right? So hey, if this is not the system, right? Then you want to do this, right? Otherwise, you want to do this, right? Or vice versa, whatever you want, right? Actually, we can to make a minimal change, right? We can do this, right? Never nester, exactly. All right, great. So that's good. Let's keep on going. If auto scroll return, good. That's actually, yeah. So one thing that I've noticed as well that you've done, right? I think you haven't seen that I've implemented this emphasis stuff, right? So you can see now this is pushing stuff. So I don't think that we want to see this this thing when I'm emphasizing a comment that I want to. So let's actually chat reload on. So let's, we'll need to improve the style of this, but also make sure that it's only conditionally shows, right? So let's see, where did you use this chat divider? So chat divider, where is this actually? Messages, right? Yeah. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Right, so we want to add this, right? So you can see if I'm focusing the specific message, let's say from YouTube, right? I don't want to have that stuff. It's only here. And then we need to improve the styling of this because it is a bit aggressive, right? And we can see still that we are actually kind of lagging behind. So that's a bit annoying, right? Because yeah, why is it so? So yeah, so actually the question now is that this is actually working at all, right? So, but it doesn't matter. Let's actually let's go over here, right? Let's just make sure that we didn't break something, right? So what I'm actually going to do, is I'm going to just revert this stuff that I've done for the content. No, not really. So I'm just going to revert a portion of it, right? Yes, I'm actually going to try reverting this. I think there was in VS Code, right? Refactor, rename, format, peak. Right? So we're going to revert that for a moment, right? Just so we at least can do some tiny stuff like this, right? Yep. Now we're going to do this. Going to reinstall that stuff again. So let's go to the extension. Let's manage it. Let's go back. Let's disable it. Let's remove it. Let's remove it. Let's load. Select. Beautiful. Okay. Let's pin it here again so we can see it. Yeah, so it doesn't seem that it... Oh shit, are we running the API? I think we're running the API, yeah. Let's try that again. All right, so we're not getting any messages. I see, I see. Interesting. Okay. All right. But I don't want to revert a specific part, right? I want this session ID to still be utilized. Yeah, so that's change I still want. UID 4 I still want, right? Still want this. That shouldn't really make much difference, or should it? Let's just minimize this then. Oh, so there is a syntax error somewhere. Let's actually go back here. What is it? Okay. Okay, let's get rid of it again. Give me 1 second. Yeah, so that's a bit awkward. What the hell did I do? Let's see all the active changes. I must have broken something. So that's nothing to do with that, right? All right, let's do this, right? And let's try it again. So I must have broken something there. I don't see what else is it, right? Remove, load, load, extension loaded. All right, cool. Yes. Okay, so here are the messages. So now, yeah, so we did mess something there, right? How do you handle keeping up to date? I build things, Josh. I work every day. I use tools at work. There's no other way than using the tools on daily basis, right? And I don't really think about tools, man. Uh, I don't care what the tool is. That's the least relevant part, right? I've been using 400 different tools past 15 years, right? All the tools are more or less the same. It's different syntax, different wording, different shit, but always the same thing, right? So that's not that relevant, right? So which tool it is, it doesn't really matter. Do you have any? I don't do lead coding, so the only advice I can give you if you care about that is you have to do them, right? I don't personally care about lead code stuff, so I don't. I would much rather advise you to build actual things than waste time with Harry and Jaina are on the field of apples. How many apples can they gather if wind is blowing at 40 miles an hour and shit like that, right? So I would much rather tell you build the actual things than waste time with this crap, right? And find companies who also don't care about it. I would never ask a person in a coding interview that bullshit, right? Good evening, buddy. I would never ask. Those questions are so fundamentally useless. The only thing that you can get in an interview like that from is was the person persistent for 5 months learning arbitrary thing so they can get a job at one of 5 companies, right? No reasonable company asks those questions, right? Can you traverse a graph? Like, who gives a shit, right? Nobody. If you need to do this once in your life, in your entire career, in this sub-industry, right? You get what I mean? So don't apply to such companies that ask such questions. It's very simple. I'm never gonna get a job at Google or Facebook or whatever, and I interviewed with every single one of them because I simply failed every single interview with them. And since then, last time when I interviewed with Amazon, they sent me 4 questions, a timer with 1 hour. You literally can see the timer, right? It's useless, right? And I mean, I have interviewed hundreds of people and I have employed many, right? I never asked them that garbage, right? Yeah, if you want to work at Google, and that's exactly what I'm saying, if you want to work at those companies, right, then you absolutely want to do this shit. The main question is, why do you want to work at those companies? So ask yourself, what is your reasoning, what it is that drives you to want to work there, right? If you have a good reason, I mean, actually, I don't care what the reason is. If you have a reason, it's your own, right? So I respect it, right? It's just, no matter what the reason is, indeed, if you want to work there, then yeah, you need to learn it, right? Let me put it this way. I just don't want you to think that I'm negative, right? There's a very good reason why FANG companies do this. And I can tell you from my experience interviewing others, when you're interviewing people, depending on the scale of your company, the amount of candidates is proportional almost to the size of your company. So if you're Google or Facebook or whatever, you're getting tens of thousands of applicants every year. There is simply no process out there and no money out there that a company has to give everybody a chance, right? So this bullshit type of stuff with algorithms and data structures exists. And again, this is not bullshit for every sub-industry. In some, if you're gonna be a database engineer, if you're gonna be a, I don't know, low-level system level engineer, if you're gonna be building CPU drivers and et cetera, et cetera, et cetera, of course you need to know, how to manage memory properly, et cetera, et cetera, et cetera. If you're gonna be a DevOps engineer, of course it's useful that you know some system level design stuff, et cetera, et cetera. But the main reason why this thing exists is because they need to cut bunch of applicants up front and just because this is, so I was I went to the nodejs conference maybe 5-6 years ago, and I met Igor Minar, who is a creator of AngularJS, and I asked him about actually exactly about this subject that we're talking now, and he literally told me, we don't actually care if you know this stuff, we just want to know if you're able to learn this stuff. So in simple words, I think this is the assumption of those FANG companies. If a person is able to learn a bunch of algorithms and data structures in period of X time, then that person is probably able to learn reactjs, right? This is the assumption. Now, does that mean that if you know lead code that you're a good programmer? Absolutely not. You can still suck ass and you can be terrible. But what it means is that you did sit down and put a lot of effort into it, right? Does that make you a good programmer? Absolutely not. Because again, you're not going to be, right? For 15 years in this industry myself, I was never asked those questions. So that's why I say, yeah. But as always, I'm sharing experience from my own perspective, my own experience. So it just as well might mean nothing to you because your experience might be very different, right? I just want to make sure that it wasn't the UID thing. Let me see. Oh, so that's the problem, Noble. So that's why it didn't work. Jesus Christ. Okay, good. It's super strange, but why can't we use it? I mean, we are in the domain here of TypeScript, right? So we should be able to use it, right? Okay, never mind. Then let's not change this. It's okay. Let's just leave it as is. Who cares, right? Okay, so let's go back here. It's just there is a slight, so sometimes it gets stuck and it doesn't load the latest messages. So it would be nice. Let me just get a chair. I've been standing now for an hour. One sec. Oh, oof, my legs love this. Give me a moment here. Okay. Look, if you want to work in those companies, you need to learn that crap, and that's it. And if you want to get better at it, you need to waste time with that every single day of your life, and that's really it. There's really no there's if you have a desire to work at the unicorn companies, that's what it takes. And I failed every single interview I had with them because, again, I don't operate like that. I don't sit every day at home and do some arbitrary bullshit so somebody might give me a job. There's millions of companies out there, amazing startups, amazing projects, amazing competent people. So don't by no means think that if you go to Google, you're going to be working with some super top-notch, some god mode programmers. You will not, right? You're going to be only working with people who just had the consistency to sit and do that crap. That's all. Reps, you can just ask them, what is the interview like? And then if they say, we're asking this, then you just say, okay, sorry, I'm not going to interview with you, and that's all. Just as well as they will neglect you, you can also neglect them. It's very simple. I think that's a great idea, Noble. I think that's a super great idea. Yes, I think that's great. Yep. Super, super. Let's do that. Absolutely. The only thing that I want us to figure out is like why it doesn't reload sometimes, right? Because I can see that sometimes it actually doesn't reload. So I'm not quite sure why, right? But let's keep on doing. So chat reload. Okay, let me just do some tiny things. So I love your PR, and I think it's really good. They're just tiny personal things that So one of the things is obviously this style that you added. It's way too radical. So let's maybe improve that a bit, right? And I don't actually think if is this. So why is this information useful, Noble? Can you tell me, like, why do you think that showing this is actually a useful information? What is the value here for the user? So when I see chat reloaded, what is the value of this? Like, how does this help the user with something? Yeah, I don't think. Yeah, I think it's a little bit of noise, right? So I'm not quite sure if we need this Noble, right? Because we have to ensure that the chat is always up to date. That's the core priority, right? Does the user have to know that chat was refreshed, right? I don't think so. I don't think there's a value in that. I think it just creates the noise, right? So I would maybe, if you're fine with that, I would maybe just nuke this thing out, right? I see. Okay, okay. Fair enough. Fair enough. Fair enough. Okay. So what is the theme? The theme is called Pale Light Theme with the background, and then I'm using the background extension, right? All right. Well, then let's leave it there, right? Let's maybe just not make it red though, because red indicates that something's wrong, right? So let's make it whatever. Let's make it gray maybe or something. I think I've created some. I think I've created some theme already, right? I just didn't finish it. A lot of it's been a very busy week at work, right? So, yeah. All right, cool. Let's leave it like that for now, right? Yeah, we're gonna do it. We're gonna do it soon, for sure. We're gonna do it for soon for sure. Car, definitely. Jesus Christ, man, come on. Yeah, it's the aura thing that okay. But yeah, you can see it basically that for some reason, are you coding in Java? I'm not. No. So yeah, for some reason the chat gets staled, and then our mutation observer just doesn't get the events. So that's the core thing, Nobble, that we have to. And then also this auto reload on. I actually don't think that it's needed also, right? Because when would you want auto reload not to be on, right? Or actually, wait. So what if I toggle this? So if I toggle this off, then I can scroll up and down. Okay, that's fair enough. I think that's sure. I think that's useful. Yeah, definitely. All right, got it. Got it. No, no, no. All good. I fully get it. You're absolutely right. I like it. Let's leave it like that. All right, cool. All right, great. So let's see what else did you do. Yeah, this auto scroll reload toggle. I have an idea maybe to make this more minimalistic a bit, right? So we will do this. We're gonna do this. We're gonna actually do this. Oops. Oops. We're gonna grab this bad boy here, right? We're gonna slam it in here. We're gonna get rid of this. We're gonna get rid of this, right? And then we can go to some icon site, right? So let's go to oops, I think I loaded to the infinity here. So let's say reload or something. What the fuck is this, man? Yeah, they yeah, so we can grab this fella, right? Let's grab it as React TypeScript, right? If we go back here, then we go to our where did I put those assets icons, right? So here we can say reload tsx, right? We can smack this boy. Let's call it reload icon, right? Let's auto import this stuff. Let's remove the static width and height, right? And then really what we want to do here, we want to say, let's actually get rid of this ternary operator, right? So we can say auto scroll. So actually, so we're going to have the reload icon in here. So we're going to say reload icon, right? And then we're going to do what you did here, right? So, but we're going to do something similar, right? So we're going to say here, we're going to use, you know, class names. So we're going to actually say class names. We're going to give it a base class of, what was it? Let's say width 12, the size of the icon. And then let's come here and say animate spin auto scroll. Sure. And then let's say here text gray, I don't know, 700. And here then text whatever, green 500 if it's on, right? Something like that, right? Hopefully, I don't actually know. So if we go back here, I think I forgot to do one thing. And here's the icon in over here, right? So let's see. So auto scroll is on. Actually, let's add this click handler right on the icon directly. So we actually click the icon. And let's do this. Actually, let's keep the div. Let's keep the div there indeed. Let's just get rid of this. So you can see it's going to stop spinning when. Do we want to animate it? I don't actually know. I don't really care. And then what we can actually do, instead of making it fixed and stuff, I guess we can say flex, you know, item center, justify center, right? So it should be. You wanted to put it in the bottom. Okay, I see. Well, let's keep it in the bottom, in fact, right? So we're on the chat. So if we actually grab this bad boy here, right? And we should be able to put it probably like right here, right? And then do we want it to spin or not? I don't actually know. It doesn't really matter, right? Does it? Let's just say, I don't know, PB8 or something like that, right? So if I click it, and then let's change the color. So it doesn't, so I don't know what type of SVG this is. It doesn't take the text. So let's try to give it a fill instead. Or, yeah, so it's not the fill either. So what is it that it takes then? So it's the fill, yeah. Yeah, so why is it not applying this? Okay. Yeah, all right. So if it's spinning, it's green. And then if it's not spinning, it should be purple now, right? Yeah, exactly. So let's just make it gray, right? So text gray 500, right? So yeah, if I wanted to kind of scroll, it should be doing that, right? Let's add a another base class here. Let's say cursor pointer, right? Give me 1 second. I need to check my phone. One moment. Yeah, so that's great. Okay. So that's one little Leon. Hey, my best man. I mean, we could use that Van den Nobel, right? So the main reason, I don't know if you were here yesterday when I explained how I did this, right? Is that the main reason why we have this Fastify API as part of this thing that we're building is because I wanted to be able to smack this as a OBS overlay in OBS so you can see it, right? But we could technically also get rid of, if we're not going to be using that in the context of OBS, then we could just use, obviously, we could send the message to the background process or whatever, right? Or we can send them. So basically, if I go here, right, the way that I initially built this yesterday or day before when I started doing this, right, is so instead of sending an HTTP request somewhere over here, right, I was sending this message to the pop-up directly, and then if you would open this pop-up here, you would see the messages there. But then I turned that pop-up into the actual settings page that an extension can have. And then I actually opened the extension page here. Instead of the local host like this, I went to the extension URL directly, right? So there are many ways to do this, right? It's just depending what it is that you're trying to achieve, right? It's just why is it a bit late? That's the main thing that needs to be fixed, right? And give me 1 second. Divider that you've added. No, that's not what I actually wanted. Border B gray 700. Yeah, let's do that. What else? What else did you do that I could potentially double check? Chat. Ban the novel, absolutely, man. That would be fantastic. 100%, dude. 100%. Is it recommended or common to use? I love JSDocs, right? JSDoc has a different purpose, right? With JSDoc, you can utilize then various tools to generate the actual documentation for you, right? But the doc is useful if it serves as some purpose, right? Imagine this. Imagine you're talking to a person on the beach in the middle of the day, right? And then you tell to that person, hey, it's the middle of the day, right? You can think about the same way about useless comments. If you have a function that's called double, and then on top of that function you say this function doubles the number, that's the same thing as telling your friend in the middle of the sunny day that it's the day, right? So it really depends, right? This is the bridge. Yeah, exactly, right? So it's really just use common sense. There, you don't need a book or something like that to figure this out. It's just when you put a comment somewhere, when you do anything, really ask yourself, is this actually providing any value, right? Is there value here, right? No, everything you did, Noble. Thank you, man. I mean, I wanted to start something new, move a bit from Programmer Network. We're going to continue Programmer Network, obviously. That's what the stream is about, is building a platform for software engineers, and it's going to remain like that for a while. But, I don't think that for a year we actually ever did anything other than that. So I also need this for streaming, right? This tool we're building anyway. So I just figured maybe it would be useful to actually build something else than what we're doing every single stream, right? So for sure, but be my guest, all of you, to contribute to this, right? For those of you who want to know, this is what we're working on. So if you want to do something and play with that, please be our guest. It's just something we recently started doing. Okay, so let's go to this more extension stuff that you've done, like you said. Yeah, that's cool. That works. Beautiful. Very good, man. Very good. I think the reason why React is good is because it's very simple. There are many things in React which are great and some things which are not great. But the biggest win and why it's the most popular thing for a long time now is its simplicity, right? It's not cryptic. It's really all about running few loops here and there, some conditional rendering and stuff. And that sums up whole React almost, right? And that's why, that's why it's so popular, right? It's very, very easy. And when things are easy, they become popular, right? Okay, so that's good. Okay, what else do we want to do here? Okay, maybe do a bit more styling and then see what else do we want to do. But if I go to the message, right, which is the central component of this whole thing, save icon, yeah. I think it's fundamentally incredibly simple, to be honest with you. I think it is. I've been writing jQuery 15, 20 years ago, right? And I've tried nearly everything from that moment until today, right? I wrote Angular, wrote Knockout.js, Ember.js, Vue.js, right? It's very, very simple, right? And that's why it's good, because it's simple, right? Because something that should inherently be simple should not be made more complex than it should really be, right? All right, let me change the music. Give me 1 second. Here we go. The Angular.js is a beautiful, beautiful framework. So let's face it, React is really just a simple library, right? That you can then extend. The core difference between Angular, and this really comes to personal preferences, but it also comes to knowledge, right? So a lot of beginners, they have a very hard time with Angular.js because to do Angular.js properly, you need to know some concepts, right? You need to know what an event emitter is, what a dependency injection is. I don't know what decorators are, what I remember directives and controllers before. So there are many concepts, and it is a framework, right? So, but it comes with a lot of stuff, right? You don't install external stuff for the most part. It comes with everything, right? Whereas React is incredibly simple because it's really React as a singular library. You can write a component in it. That's really all that you can do, right? Exactly. You need to know observables. You need to know exactly RxJS. So you need to know a lot of stuff, right, properly, right? With React, you're like, okay, this is literally React in a nutshell, right? This is really what it is. And that's why, again, fundamentally, so this is React. React.js enables you to draw this box. And inside of this box, you have something. But then you make a bunch of those little boxes, and then you compose the UI as we know. And then you say, shit, this is a static page. I need more pages. I need home and about, and then you create views, right? Then you install React Router, right? And then now, boom, you have a single page app, right? And then how you handle state, there's so many ways to handle state. But at the end of the day, it's still just a state, right? So you can use either Flux or to say Redux or whatever you use. It doesn't really matter. Fundamentally, it always ends up being very similar, right? So this is what React is, draw this box and then write with Angular.js and things like that, right? You need to know RxJS. You need to know the dependency injection, right? You need to know modules. decorators, whatever, right? And you should know this. You should know those concepts regardless of what you're using. Those are fundamental concepts of patterns in programming, right? So you should still know those things. Wait, give me 1 second. I'm having some sound issues here. Yeah, so why is this lagging? It's basically, it's just Leo, it's just a way to write code through observables, right? So you have observers, you have subscribers, and then you write your code in such a way where it's like an event-driven way, right? It's not React's fault, but React projects always end up with big React components. I mean, the thing is, look, I think this is what fundamentally a lot of people often forget. Let me show you one thing. Let me show you, look, whenever a company starts, right? Any company, a startup, right? What happens in a startup initially? Well, you have minimum funds, lack of competence, and this is not saying it's negative. This happens in every single companies, including your own. MVP, move fast, etc. Right? What do we build? When? How? Rebuild? No time for tech debt, right? So in simple words, right? In some ideal world, right? In some ideal world, right? You're gonna be, oh, let's design a new feature, right? Sure, let's just sit and design this view, right? So we're gonna have this here, and then we're gonna have this here, and then this is not gonna be a component, this is gonna be part of our core component library, right? Etc. etc. So if we approached building anything, backends or frontends this way, right? Right, so in simple words, right, the reason why what you just said is true, and this is true, but this is not true for a specific framework, right? This is true, this is inherently, I think, true for everything, right? So this is just how this work is. So in programming, you have two sides to programming. You have YouTube, Twitch god influencers, you have books, but then you have the reality, right? And reality of programming is lack of time, lack of competence, short deadlines, unknown deadlines. Startups generally have to move fast, and you have to be able to refactor fast as well, right? So most of these things are left out in those idealistic videos you might watch on YouTube or some of those Twitter gods, as I call them, right? So in simple words, right, software everywhere in the world is fundamentally broken, right? Because things are, you don't have all the luxury and time to just sit and perfectly execute every single line of code, right? It doesn't work like that, right? It doesn't work like that because software is built dynamically. You know, someone might get sick, some of your colleague might pick up the feature you've been working on, he has no context, he's going to add a bit of his own magic in there. So software is never perfect, it's never going to be perfect, no matter what tool you use. Every single company on the planet, including your own, I'm sure has a bunch of shit code somewhere that works, that nobody wants to touch, and that's great, right? Because all the code that I write now, in 5 years, somebody's going to say, oh my God, which idiot wrote this code, right? So it's just the nature of how things are. It doesn't matter, right? We write code to support the business, not vice versa. So the reason why you have a job is to make customers happy. Your job isn't to write code. Your job is to make sure that your company makes money. That's what your job is. Your job isn't React or Angular or Go or Rust or any crap like that, because nobody cares about those side effects. What your job really is that your customers next month are gonna renew, right? So that's what your job is. So you have to focus on the value, because at the end of the day, nobody except you and few more people in your team actually care about your framework, your, et cetera, right? Nobody really cares, right? Genuinely. Exactly, exactly, exactly. Like those people coming to my stream. Oh, why are you not writing Rust? And then I ask them, okay, sure, what did you write in Rust? And they just disappear. It's always so hilarious. All right, cool. Well, I might, but can you show me what you built in Rust? Oh, well, shut the fuck up, man. Hilarious, man. Oh, what did you do in Rust? Well, gone. Disappears from my stream in a second. Alex, why are you not writing perfect code in every end of this product? Yeah. If I was you, I would be writing this CSS in Rust. Well, did you write it in, like that? Well, shut the fuck up, man. Seriously, I'm sick of those people. As I call them, Twitter gods or YouTube influencers. They never actually build anything. They never put the money where their mouth is. They just talk. Well, if I was you, I would follow the latest trends all the time. As soon as the new library comes out, I would instantly use this. Well, are you using it? Well, I have a YouTube video where I'm using it for 23 minutes. Oh, really? Wow. Okay. Super great. Very useful. Have you used Astro? No, no, I have not. No. Astro. Or maybe have I... The web framework that scales with you. Okay, another magician type of thing. Is this also kind of offering that it solves all of our problems? We just install it and it just works. Ooh, full speed. Wow, okay, cool. Look, to be very honest with you, right? So I'm not being skeptical. If this tool is great, more power to that, right? I have no reason to believe that it's not great, and I have no reason to believe that people don't like it, right? I'm not a fan of those tools, right? Right. The thing is, look, I'm not a fan of those things. I've been writing code for many years, and I've been writing it in a certain way, so I'm obviously biased in my own way, right? I don't like those tools like Next.js, right? I'm not a fan of those coupled monolithic, too opinionated things, right? Because the reason why I dislike those tools is because they do come with too many things, and many of those things are great. Don't take me wrong. Many of those things do help you indeed, but they encapsulate you in their own world that you now have to respect. So now whenever I need to do something, I need to do it the Astro way, the Next.js way, the WordPress way, right? And I like to build my apps decoupled. I like to have still a client which just does the client side. I have a server that does the server side stuff, right? And I'm not saying by no means that the way that I think and what I'm doing is the right way, right? I just have a lot more capabilities by choosing exactly on every end what it is that I want to do. I trust all of you guys, and if people want to use it, more power to people, right? It's just I'm not a fan of those things because they come with things that in many times I don't need, and they offer a lot of things that I don't care about, right? So we offer this, we offer that. That's all great, right? But I can achieve most of those things myself. So for example, so if I, for programmer network, so at one point when I want, so right now where programmer network is just React. At one point when I need server-side rendering, I'm going to create a simple microservice that's just going to server-side render a specific part. So for example, I know that at one point I will probably want to server-side render those articles because of some SEO benefits, right? Well, I'm going to then write a microservice that's specialized just on CPU, and it's going to be CPU specialized, right, to to just render my markup. So I'm going to have a microservice that's going to get the actual JSON from other service, right? Because so those types of things, I would probably use this for consulting. So if I have to build some landing page for some client, I would probably use Next.js and those types of things. But would I use this to build a programmer network? Absolutely not, right? Because building a full-fledged platform that has a bunch of databases and services and stuff, I like to have ownership on each of the parts, right? Exactly, pretty much what the PHN said, right? So be careful, right? Every tool, right? Every tool, obviously, with no matter what. So look, every time you make a technical decision, right? No matter what you do, there's always going to be consequences of that, good and bad consequences, right? So there's no tool out there that's inherently just best and good and it does all great. People asked me, why are you using SQL as ORM and not, I don't know, this other crap? Well, you can always reverse the question because each one of those tools, they provide something better, right? So anyway, for Programmer Network, I'm using bare tools and I use them in the way that I want. And that enables me to have full capability of making technical decisions on my own and not having this a high level wrapper around me. It's like, you want to do this? Well, in Astro, we do this like this. In Nest.js, we do it like this, right? So that's really how it is. So I'm not a fan of those tools, right? Again, for consulting and stuff like that, sure, I would maybe use something like this to make some quick buck over the weekend, right? Build some landing page for some company, add some headless CMS, add some sort of a serverless function or some service worker to send an email or something, right? But I would say, yeah, I've been seeing those tools past 20 years. Every year there's a new tool like this coming out, and every year this new tool is going to solve everything, and you just install it and it solves everything, right? But does it really, right? So fundamentally, if you like it, use it. If you don't like it, don't use it. I like to keep things simple. I hate more abstractions because I think in JavaScript world, we already have way too many abstractions already. When you now add this crap, this adds more abstractions and more abstractions on top of all of it, right? So it's like, but if it works for people, I mean, more power to them. Who am I to make a decision for them, right? Use whatever works for you. Let me change the music here. Give me 1 second. That's how it is, right? Okay, so going back to this, sign up for headset. Yeah, I like that. So let's just see Vita plus React. Okay, so let's keep them building this extension, whatever. So let's call this Chat Fusion, right? Chat Fusion, yeah. Yeah, okay, great. Blah, 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 blah. So what else do we want to do with this? And should we now switch actually building the programmer network, or should we, let's see what else is there to do here. What did we do so far? So the only thing that I can see is that sometimes this mutation observer kind of fails to read for the chat, right? And I would actually like to see why. So if I actually turn this into a pop-up maybe, and try using it as, I don't actually think that it makes any difference, right? The only thing that I can think about is that I have this active thing. So let me just, so I see the test Twitch reloaded. Let me go to YouTube as well. What the fuck is this, man? Like, look, guys, let me just be clear with you. I'm streaming because I want to stream. If I don't answer your question, let me be very clear. I'm not your, look, just because you joined here and you have an expectation that I have to do something for you, I absolutely don't, right? So if you ask a question and I don't answer it, that's what it is. Just don't spam shit like this, right? Okay? Because by no means I'm supposed to answer anything to anybody here, right? I don't owe you anything and you don't owe me anything as well, right? So seeing this crap is just hilarious, right? Look at this guy just raging here. I don't give a shit, dude, what you care about, okay? Like zero. I hope that's clear. I don't give a shit that you got pissed off, man, okay? I don't know who you are. You came here the first time to the stream and you sometimes feel the entitlement. How am I supposed to? I'm not going to answer your question now at all. Just because you're annoying. Jesus fucking Christ, man. The self-entitlement of some people is like, oh my God, I asked a question and he didn't answer. Who is he to not answer my question? Jesus Christ, man. Unbelievable, dude. I joined here and for the first time, right? Jesus Christ, man. Unbelievable. Some people are just unreal, man. Unreal, dude. Yeah. Unbelievable, dude. Crazy shit. Crazy shit. Crazy stuff, man. Oh, unsubbed. Please. Please don't. It's. Jesus Christ, man. Personal streamer. Unsubbed. Oh. All right, so let's keep on building. Yes. Okay, so let's push this. So let's see what we did so far. So this was just formatted. So let's push that. So this is not gonna work basically. So let's remove it. pm remove uid, right? Oops. What was it? Package uid. Yeah. uid 4. Yeah, that's good. That's great. Okay, beautiful. I guess this, okay, let's just clean something up before we push this. So we have this, there are a few console logs that we don't really need. And this callback, we're actually not reacting to doing anything with it. So we can just get rid of that, right? So what is this? Yeah, sure, that we can leave that. Thank you everybody for your follows and stuff like that. Very much appreciated. We'll actually need to, yeah, that's a bit, let's use the robot a bit just to solve this, right? Get some water here. Classic use of robot, exactly. Man, fuck. Does that actually fix it? What is this? Yeah, I did prompt it somehow. Let me actually show you how. I don't actually genuinely remember. Yeah, I'm a senior software engineer and tech lead. I write software mostly using JavaScript. I mostly ask questions. I'd like you to behave another senior software engineer architect and try to respond if you were a colleague with whom I'm interacting with. So that's what I did. Beautiful. Beautiful. Yeah, you can kind of tell it up front. Yeah, like, hey, I want you to behave like this, right? Chat Fusion. Did I actually push it? Pull requests. How did you add the diagram? So you can use Mermaid, right? You can use Mermaid. You can use Mermaid in on GitHub supports the Mermaid plugin by default, right? So you just use Mermaid like this. Mermaid basically is a little tool for right. So Mermaid is a basically open source tool, and GitHub supports it, right? So if you go Mermaid GitHub, yeah, absolutely. Here's the Mermaid JS, right? And you can also say Mermaid online graph or whatever. I don't know. So there is an online tool where you can actually draw the diagrams and then copy them, right? So what you can do things like how was it? Give me a second. Generate. So describe a diagram. So you can generate the flow here, but there are actually various tools for achieving that, right? Let me see. I think Mermaid Live. Yeah, so you can see here, you can generate it here. So you can see, you can come here, you have you kind of have the live preview as well, right? But of course, you can also do it live in your README, right? So if I go here to my README, right, you can see that if I copy one of those things, one of these lines, you can see they show up there. If I do this, right, you can see how it actually live updates, right? But this is fully supported natively, so this is nothing that I've installed. It just, most of my READMEs here for Programmer Network, I use it. So for example, if I go to my infrastructure repository here, right, that we have, so if I go to my infrastructure as well, I have it on top of there as well, and you can zoom it in, right, and stuff like that. You can zoom it out, etc., 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 right? So that's just how it is, right? That's how it is. Okay, beautiful. But happy to see that it's useful for some. So that's great. So the only thing that Mr. Streamer, Rust or C# for job? What job? I'm not sure what job. And why are we actually not getting why are we not getting any I think, give me 1 second. I think something got messed up for YouTube. I don't think we're actually getting any YouTube chat in our plugin here. So something feels off, right? Yeah, something feels super off. I don't think we're getting any YouTube stuff, are we? Give me a second. Testing the extension. Okay, so now I'm actually seeing it there. Yeah, super strange. C#. But those questions are super generic, man. That's like saying, should I use a shovel or a screwdriver, right? But anyway, learn whatever you want. You're going to get a job in this industry. Thank you for following Skizo. Thank you for follow, bro. Yep. Okay, so I mean, this works for the most part, right? It works for the most part. I still think that there's more stuff we can do. My pleasure, Basalt. My pleasure. I think Chrome might sleep the tab when you put them in the right. Well, the thing is, let's see. I'm waiting now for you guys I'm waiting to see at, because you can see that it kind of already stopped, right? Give me 1 second. I don't actually want to inspect the pop-up. I want to inspect the actual extension. So give me one moment here, right? So if we go over here and we open the service worker from this extension, right? Then we go to Chat Fusion and then we open it here. So let's actually do one thing, right? So let's do one thing. So let's go here. Let's go to the contents, the script that's injected by Chrome, right, into those respective hosts. And let's just print the data here, right? Let me build the extension again and reinstall it. I just want to see why it lags, right? No, of course it does, and it should have, right? But is that the reason, right? That's the question, because the extensions should still be active. So I don't think this is the Chrome per se. I think this is something else. If we can solve that thing, then we're kind of done with this project, right? In a way, the core stuff should be done. Then it would really be styling and that stuff, which is less relevant, right? So let's reload this again, and let's see. Give me 1 second. Yeah, so it's loaded there again. Let's pin it. So pin. Let's take a look. Let's open the visualizer here. Okay, so it works, right? So now if we actually go ahead again and open the, so if we go manage extensions, we open the service worker from the actual extension, right? So it's not this one. Yeah, but I don't actually care about the background JS, right? Yeah, that's a bit awkward. Oh, actually, wait a minute. Give me a second here. So now we should be actually seeing the logs here from the extension itself, right? Can you guys write a message or two? Basot, I'm sorry, dude, but I will not be answering your generic questions, man. I'm really sorry, dude. You can Google that shit in 3 seconds, man. Don't be lazy, man. I'm not gonna waste time of how many people are watching now answering your questions, which are just lazy. I'm not gonna waste time of 60 people, man, answering your questions, which you can research in 3 seconds, man. So what is the salary of a job? Go to fucking Google, man, and write it there, man. Seriously. Like, don't be lazy, man. Okay, so very interesting. So Chrome extension, ad block. So I have ad block Twitch. Let me actually pause this. Okay, so now I'm seeing the messages, right? Okay. It could be that the ad blocker messing some stuff up, right? Because I can see now. I'm afraid to. I'm sorry. Let me, Suman. I'm sorry, dude. Let me just read it. Suman. Where is it? Suman. Let me actually look for it here. So that's shit. That's a good feature. Thank you, Suman. That's a good feature. So let's actually implement some search, because now I want to find your message in here, but I can't, right? Well, I guess I can just do Suman like this, right? So let me stop this. Give me a second. So that's a good one, right? Because I missed it. I'm a Flutter developer. I'm still on the journey to find a job, building projects and still learning. Can you give me some insight about what you feel about the Flutter ecosystem? I think my previous mentions. Yeah, let's just emphasize your message. Wait, did I lose it? So I'm a Flutter developer. I'm still on the journey to find a job, building projects and still learning. To be very frank with you, I don't think that's a very good time investment, right? And don't take me wrong. Can you find a job as a Flutter developer? Sure you can, right? But if you're new to this industry by any chance, I think you can put your time into something a little bit more popular. And unfortunately, I'm not suggesting here that popular means good or unpopular means bad. I'm just suggesting that more popular stack you choose, obviously greater the chance is for you to find a job. This is just common sense, right? So I'm not saying that Flutter is bad. I'm just saying that I don't know many people, especially here in Denmark at least, who are building apps using Flutter, right? So again, should you listen to me? Absolutely not. But that's just my 5 cents, right? That's just my 5 cents. You asked for it, so I'm just sharing my opinion. And that's how I feel. So I think that, I don't know, I just don't know many people who are writing Flutter, right? Okay, so let's see, where was this thing that I was inspecting? Over here, no. Yeah, so you can see the message is just stopped again, right? And that's super, we don't actually care about this. Where's my Twitch chat? Here, right? So what? Oh, chat pause due to scroll. Is it this why? Is it this maybe why it stops? Let's actually test it. Okay, so I'm gonna do this now. Can you guys write something? Can you write something now? Yeah, but okay, try now. Try now. More. Write more. Write something more. I see. So no. So they're coming in now. No. I don't think it's visual, right? So yeah, but I don't know if, so when the chat is paused, let's say on Twitch, is it maybe that they're not generating new messages to the DOM anymore? Because that would explain why this mutation observer would not actually send any messages, because they were not appended to the DOM yet, right? You get what I mean? So, but I can see that we are actually getting something now. So I'm just thinking maybe if the chat gets paused, then a mutation observer is not getting any new elements, right? Yeah, for now this is a personal thing, but there are already a few people who actually contributed, or to say one of them. Let me share the link already again. Give me 1 second. So it's this chat fusion, but I built it for this stream because 3 days ago or 4 days ago I started the multi-streaming to YouTube and Kick, and now I need a tool that's gonna aggregate the chat. So I built this yesterday and day before, just for personal use, but I mean, I don't think this is more complicated, man. It's just, I've built this whole thing in like 5-6 hours now in total. So you cannot expect it to not have any side effects, right? So it would be silly to, right? Give me 1 second. Sahara Summer Song. Give me 2 seconds. Super cool song. Yeah, let's maybe go with this again. All right, so Galactus, yeah, so right now it does seem to be working, I guess. The thing is, let me see. So it could be that it's this chat, right? It could be when the chat is paused. I'm not quite sure, right? Let me actually say test here. So yeah, so it seems for the most part that it's working. Okay, so let's go to kick.com now and let's actually, am I actually streaming here in the Kick? I don't actually know, but let's try to make it work for Kick, even though it's like nobody watching here, and I don't think it will, but who cares, right? So let's do the Kick very quickly as well, right? So if we go to the content script And if everything that I've done here works, so we should just be able to say, what is it? What is the host name? kick.com, right? And then let's narrow down the stuff. So what do we have? So where's the chat? So we have a chat container. We have chat content. They're using Tailwind as well. Chat entry. Okay, so yeah, so we can narrow this down, I think, pretty easily. We can scrape this pretty easily from them. So we're gonna say that the container is basically a chat container, right? And then we see that there's a chat entry, which is the actual thing. Chat image container, chat message author selector. So it's gonna basically be like this for sure. And then if we narrow it down, let's see where the actual author is. So this is the author. Ah, beautiful. So this is the author message identity. So let's narrow it down like this. Let's provide very specific selectors. And then what is this? And then we have the message here, right? Which is chat entry content. Ah, so nice. Okay. So wait a minute. Content selector, right? Okay, so that should be, I think, good. This we don't actually, do they have emoji on here? No, I don't think so. Okay, so let's remove that. Author badge, so that's also doesn't exist there. What is your Kick channel? I think it's called Programmers. Kick.com/programmers. Chat container. Okay, great. Oh, fuck. Did I change the wrong thing? I did. I changed YouTube. Shit. Doesn't matter. Let's revert. Shit. That's a bummer. All right. And then paste this here. Beautiful. Okay. So technically already Kick should work, right? So now if I go build, we build the extension, we go and we reinstall it, right? So we go manage extensions, go back, disable it. Let's just remove it again. Let's load it again. Beautiful. Okay. So let's pin it again. Chat Fusion. If we go to Kick now, and can I pop out chat and Kick? I never been to this platform. I just signed up so I can stream there. Pop out chat. Beautiful. So if I do this and I send a message here, okay, so not really, right? I don't think we're getting it from Kick, are we? Curry Bacon, good day, my friend. How are you? Let me just try again. Yeah, so we're not getting it from Kick yet. I was maybe too optimistic. Give me 1 second. So let's see what we did. Kick.com, chat container, chat container. Let's ah shit, it's morning there. Yeah, it's evening here in Denmark. It makes sense. It's evening here in Denmark. Oh, what? Interesting. Okay. Let's see. chat room. So there's a chat room. Okay, I see. Chat entry contact. So there's a chat room. So I don't see the container anywhere. And then there's chat entry contact. So, and what is this actually? Wait, give me a second. Chat room. So there's an ID chat room. Okay. But do we actually have this on this version of the site though? Give me a second. Is there like an ID? Okay, there is. Okay, so let's use that instead then, right? So let's go over here instead of chat container. This, we're gonna use chat room, right? Is there chat entry that we can search by? There is chat. Okay, so the other things should be fine, I suppose, right? So if I pm build again, and I go back here, is my, yeah, beautiful, okay. And then we go to extensions. Okay, so let's go, and unfortunately, this is a shitty process when it comes to writing a Chrome extension, is that you have to either reload it or remove it. It doesn't matter, but I'm always going to remove it just in case. Give me a moment. Yeah. Okay, beautiful. So let's now go here. Let's refresh. Let me actually see if Twitch works. Yeah, so Twitch does work, okay. What if I actually pop out the chat like this? Otherwise, if it doesn't work now, we'll need to debug a bit and see why. See. Give me a second. Where is it? Here, Chat Fusion. Interesting. Okay, so let's debug now, right? We have to debug. So yeah, so I'm almost certain that this is fine, right? So we need to debug a couple of things, right? So first, let's debug the actual host name, right? So let's make sure that our host name is actually correct. So we're gonna put a console log there. We're gonna put it here to see if we actually found the chat element, right? Then we're gonna put it over here to see if we're actually sending any data. We already have that, beautiful. So let's start there, right? So let's do this, and we're gonna debug in a moment. So let's get back here. Let's go and unfortunately do the very annoying thing, which is manage extension. Go back, remove it, reload it again, select it. Then we're gonna go to the kick chat over here when it's active. Gonna inspect. Extension reloaded, beautiful. So I'm gonna go here. I'm gonna pin it. Gonna pin it again. I'm gonna refresh this thing. So host name is kick.com, so that's good. Oh, I see. Give me a second. So that's the problem. So the host name here is wrong, right? So if we nuke that and run this again, kick, beautiful. Let's rebuild again. I think this should get us somewhere further with kick, right? So let's nuke this, remove again, and then load it again, right? Beautiful. Okay, perfect. Let's refresh this bad boy. Okay, now we're getting somewhere. We can see the chat room and stuff. Let's try to say test. Okay, so not yet. It doesn't seem that we're actually sending the message. Give me 1 second. So we got somewhere for sure. So yeah, we're not sending the message yet. Okay, but we did find the chat room. Okay, that's good. So let's keep on debugging, right? So unfortunately, we can't use a debugger. So we do pass this. We do set the observer, right? We do set the observer. So if we actually go back here, so why is it that we're not finding anything else though? So let's see. So let's see our selectors, right? So we have the chat room, chat entry. Let's search for this, for example, right? So yeah, so here it is, right? So we have here we have the username. So if I right click here and say copy, and then I say copy XPath or full path, right? Ah, that was not very smart, was it? Copy selector. If we take a look at the selector now, let's go back here. So chat room, chat message identity. So chat room, chat message identity, username. Let's go back here. So this would be for the author. So this would be the author, right? Great. Let's go back here and let's take a look at the actual message entry. So take a look at this text here. So if you right click, copy, selector again, right? Let's go back here. So we have chat room. Shit, that's not very good. Wait. What did I want to do? Why didn't it show the chat entry content? So that should be fine, I think, right? So let's see what the hell is happening. Why are we not getting to this? So we do pass this, we set the observer, right? And then let's put another log. So I think what would make sense is that we log those mutations and that we log the added nodes, right? So if we actually get in here, right? So let's build this again. Give me 1 second. Beautiful. Okay, so let's head off there. Let's unfortunately do this annoying process yet again. Let's go back. Let's disable it. Let's remove it. Let's remove it. Let's load it. Let's load it. Yes, let's wait until it's loaded. It's loaded now. Let's refresh this bad boy here. So we have a bunch of logs now. I have a video on that. There is the YouTube video. I have a repo and a video, so check it out. So we don't actually get to this point at all with kick. Why is that? Why is that? Let me refresh this. So we do find the chat room element. Chat entry. Chat identity. My pleasure, man. All right. I think we're almost there with kick, and that's the last one we actually need for this extension. It's just we need to. I'm not actually quite sure. I do feel that I'm getting the right selectors there. So yes, a little bit awkward, honestly. Okay. Yeah, but so fucking strange, man. What? Why? So we do actually get to the load chat. We do set the observer on this thing, right? Can we actually take a look at that? Is observer actually visible under event listeners here? No, it's not, because it's an observer, right? Test. Okay, no, it actually works. It works. Beautiful. Ah, okay. What happened there? What? I swear to God, I think I saw it working for a moment. Maybe I'm wrong. Oh, wow. Look what happened. So now we're getting something. How is this possible? So probably if I go here, we should be seeing something kick related, no? So content, because, okay, so we're not finding the content, but look, so we trigger events. Oh, okay, I see. So we do trigger the events when I click this settings thing. How come? It's just that we're not actually getting the content properly. So that's I guess fine. So I think we're almost kind of there, but why clicking on settings? Okay, so what if I pop out the chat instead? And then I go here. Yeah, so as soon as I open the chat settings, it works. So most likely, yeah, so something happens here. Wait a minute. Something happens in the DOM. Okay, so that's when the change happens. I see. Okay. So it seems that our mutation observer, so it seems that it's like almost not reacting to the list changes. So we are not listening to the right element. That's why. Okay, I see. I know what's happening. Okay, I got it now. The biggest problem is how do we listen to those? We have to basically listen to those DOM changes here, right? Yeah, that's a bit awkward, right? But let's see, right? I mean, I get it. I think I got it. I got it. I think we're gonna fix it now. It's just a bit strange with those Tailwind classes, right? It would have been way more specific. If so, what we actually have to do, right? If we go here, we have to actually super strange. We have to say something like this, right? Yeah, super strange. I do not listen to podcasts. No, unfortunately, I don't have the time. But I think they're very useful. I just don't have the time, unfortunately. There's too many podcasters, too many talks and stuff. And if one would want to do all that, you would never actually build anything. You would just be, because the only true way to learn programming is actually to program, right? Listening others do it, yes. If you devote a small portion of your time to that, sure. A podcast is the feature that I want to build. Oh no, this is the equipment for my. I wanted to start a podcast. Okay, so now we're getting. Oh fuck. Thank you everybody for your follows. Appreciate it. So yeah, so this is the only thing really we have to now figure out for this fella, right? Because really what we have to do, we have to make sure that we're observing on this element here, right? So this is what we have to observe on, right? The problem is that how do we get to it? So if I right click and copy the actual selector, right? So we say selector, and if we go back here, let's try this. This is super crazy and super unreliable, I think. But let's try it, right? Leo, I think I will at one point, right? I think the problem is if we spread ourselves to too many places, we're gonna spread ourselves thin, right? And then we're not gonna do anything properly, right? So, you know, I do this for fun, and you know, I'm not really a regular type of streamer or anything like that. So we need to, but at one point for sure, right? We need to first make sure that YouTube gets some traction, that I can get some time to record some videos and stuff like that, right? And then maybe one day, if I have the time, right? Okay. Okay, here are the messages. I think we're getting something now. Yep, here they are. Beautiful. So we should be seeing them now in our own extension, right? There we go. Kick is coming in. Beautiful. Beautiful. Super. Super. Easy, right? Okay, let's go to Chat Fusion and let's spam here. Cool, man. There we go. Cool, man. Okay. If we go to YouTube, where's my YouTube chat? Let's make sure it's all still working. What? Favo Kid, are you still there? I'm not sure, man. I didn't see your question. I'm sorry, man. Here's the YouTube. Beautiful. And Kick. Great. So all three platforms are here now. Super. Beautiful. All right, great. Super. Okay, good. So let's close that. Let's push this stuff. So let's say added kick selectors. All works properly. Whatever. Let's push it. Sync changes. Okay. Beautiful. Okay. Let's go to GitHub. Somebody started following me on GitHub. Thank you very much. That's very kind of you. Super. Okay, let's Chat Fusion. For those of you who want to follow and maybe contribute, this is what we built past stream or two. So that's great. Super. All right, fellas, let's switch to my full camera and let's see if there's any comments or questions. I've heard my wife and my kid calling me. That probably means Alex should round up soon. So let's see if anyone has any questions, anything I could do for you before I can actually head off and have some fun with my family. And let's actually try to use this thing. Is it normal that I can't create a profile right now due to course policy? You can't create a profile where exactly? Where can't you create a profile? Really? You can't create a profile? How come? Can actually, is there anyone who is not signed up on a programmer network now? Can you please go and try sign up? That makes no sense. Why would you be getting course issues? That makes no sense. It's not normal. You should be able to sign up. People have been signing up as far as I can see. So you reported in Discord. Give me 1 second. Let's take a look at that. And thank you very much for doing so, of course. What the fuck? Give me 1 second. That's super awkward, man. Let me try to sign up myself with some other account. Let me try to sign up using LinkedIn. Okay, so something's definitely off. Yeah, it is okay. I mean, it's good to know that if something's wrong, we need to fix it, right? Clearly, right? So all services are actually up and running, right? So super strange, right? Is it actually maybe Hetzner? Let's check the Hetzner status. Is there something happening with Hetzner? Yeah, exactly. I mean, absolutely, man, 100%. Let's see if there's something Hetzner status. Yeah, so everything seems fine, right? Good evening. Good evening. Let's see. So la 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 la. Yeah, I've never had problems with Hetzner, honestly. So yeah, but super strange. Let's see. Alex, I don't think that I haven't pushed any code to production past a couple of days. So really it shouldn't be having issues, right? But I can see trying to hit my API, it just gets stalled, right? So it's almost like it's not hitting it at all. Yeah. So it's almost like the API. So it could be Hetzner, right? No, the API is fine. Yeah, I honestly don't. Yeah, unless we're being DDoSed or some shit like that, then that's different, right? But then that doesn't really matter, right? But let's go to Cloudflare, right? Let's go to Cloudflare and take a look at it, right? I see. Okay. Actually, you know what? Let's take a look at Grafana, right? If Grafana is up, right? Okay, Grafana is up. Let's go to nodejs. No, so we're not being DDoSed or anything like that, so that's good. Let's take a look. It could be something with the Hetzner, right? For sure, right? Yeah, so now it seems fine again, but actually, so let's see. Create profile, blah, blah, blah. Alex testing again. So as soon as I do this, it seems. Can you guys try now? Took some time, okay. Operation timeout. So you can see here, basically, let's say last 15 minutes, right? Yeah, so you can see here the operation times out. So it could be Hetzner, right? So I don't think this is because we can see that. So I don't know. I don't know honestly what it is yet. Give me a second. Let's go to do. No, that's the wrong thing. So let's go to programmer network, right? No, I don't think so. No, very less likely. No, because general rule is things don't break by themselves, right? So we need to bot fight mode. Let's take a look at security, right? So DDoS. Let's say bots page shield WAF. Let's see here. Okay, that looks fine. Overview, analytics, and logs. So this timed out, obviously, and that's fine. Yeah, so something's off, but I don't. Okay, so you know what we can do basically very quickly, right? We can go to our API, right? So let's go back here and let's just redeploy the last change, right? So maybe something got messed up in the meanwhile. So let's try that. So if we go to actions, right? You can see 4 days ago is what I deployed when I deployed something last. So let's rerun that job and then take a look at it again, right? Right, so that would be a safe bet. We just try to redeploy again and see if it works, right? So yeah, let's see. Let's restart it and then take a look. So is it working now? Yeah, but it's so strange. Why would so it's almost like we block the event loop completely, but that makes no sense. I don't think that would be the case, right? So that's super awkward, right? Let's wait for the deployment to finish, right? Where is it? Where did I start? Over here. So I'm just gonna redeploy the last thing that we had before, right? So we're gonna try that again, and then I can investigate later. So that's really bad. If that's happening, then we must have messed something up, right? So give me a minute. Let's try to just maybe just restart, right? We're basically essentially just restarting now. Maybe something got messed randomly up, right? And then we can see about that, right? Build and push. Yeah, let's wait a second and then we see. Guitar and stream when I think more and more I keep getting asked about that. So I really need to figure out, I just need to. So the main reason why we're not doing that literally right now, this moment, is because I need to set up my DAW, my digital audio workstation, my Reaper, to route the guitar signal from it to the OBS, to the stream itself. So if it was just plug and play, I would literally do it for you guys now. The problem is I just never took a couple of minutes to actually configure, because when I plug my guitar into the audio interface into Focus right here, right? Yeah, I am. It's just because I literally have to sit one night, skip the stream, and then set it up, because I don't have the time for both, right? I mean, this is my hobby, right? So I have a wife and a kid, so it's kind of too many things, right? So maybe tomorrow, or actually tomorrow I'm probably not gonna stream anyway, or maybe I will, but maybe I should just sit and configure the stuff so then I can play on the stream, right? Okay, let's see about this. Give me 1 second. So it's deploying now. Yeah, exactly, Rebecca. I think that would be great. I always wanted to do that, to be very frank with you anyway, right? So, okay, let's try now again. So, blah, blah, blah. Create a profile. Alex testing. Whatever. Okay, it worked. So can you guys try signing up now again? It's fuck. Okay. So how do we fix this? I mean, this was a pretty critical issue. Pretty bad one, actually. So what the hell happened here? Yep. Yeah, so I don't know what happened there. And why am I not sure? Okay, never mind. Never. This is an SVG, I believe, if I remember. It's an SVG that's just animated. Yeah. One of the persons, Nora, she used to be part of the stream a lot. She designed that. What caused it? I don't actually know. I need to take a look at the logs if there's, but we can see that we've been timing out here for whatever reason, right? Yeah, super strange, super strange. So I'll have to investigate that. But now you guys should be able to sign up again. So yeah. Cool, guys, cool. Was a cool stream, I think. I had fun. I'm actually happy that I streamed a little bit earlier today, because now I can actually enjoy myself for the rest of the evening. If you guys are around, especially for those of you who are new to this stream, welcome. And yeah, what is to say? You saw what we're about. So this stream, if you care about, is about real life programming. So no, we're not gonna be checking out latest shitty libraries or anything like that. So if you like this type of content where, yeah, I just share with you real life stuff and we code, this is the stream for you. If you want to be seeing why are you not using latest CSS framework, this is not the stream for that. I actually don't care. Yeah, so that's what it is. Yeah. Maybe at one point, if people show interest, we might do that. But for now, we keep the stream real and we keep building things and we keep answering questions in the most realistic manner we can. That's always going to be the core of the stream. And actually, this song is almost as I planned it for the end of the stream. But should I start rating other people though? Should we start rating others? Because I never did that, I believe, once. So how do I do that? How do I rate people? Wait. How do I rate somebody? Okay. Ah, I see. Let's find something that's of our interest. Actually, let me see where am I now. So viewers, high to low. So I'm actually in the top row right now. That's hilarious. So I'm here. Okay. So let's who should be rated? No idea. No, I've never rated anyone. So let's just working on my project and getting. The problem is none of this really interests me. It's game development and stuff like that, right? And I don't want to just. Attempting to read Twitch chat. Yeah, so let's rate this guy, right? Let's rate this guy. This guy seems like a cool guy, like my metal brother. So let's just say raid and then this guy. This channel is intended for mature audiences. Did we rate him or did we not? Did we do it? Did we do it? Yeah, but did we rate the guy? Okay, great. Nice. Okay. I love you guys. I wish you all the best. I'll see you guys tomorrow, okay? You too, guys. Bye-bye. All the best. Cheers. Cheers.